Many people assume Islamic law was simply borrowed from other civilizations, but the real story is far more complex and fascinating. Wael B. Hallaq, a leading scholar in Islamic legal history, reveals that Islamic law, or Sharia, was not a product of foreign influence or top-down imposition. Instead, it emerged organically from within the early Muslim community. In the 7th century Arabian Peninsula, society was shaped by deep-rooted tribal customs. These traditions governed everything from trade and marriage to conflict resolution. When Islam arrived, the Quran introduced new moral and legal principles, but it didn't erase the old ways overnight. Early Muslims blended their inherited customs with the Quran's teachings. For example, the Quran affirmed practices like contracts and oaths, but also reformed others, such as inheritance laws, to ensure fairness and justice. At this stage, the Prophet Muhammad's sayings and actions, what we now call hadith, were not yet systematically recorded. Communities relied on oral tradition, trusted elders, and shared values to guide their decisions. According to Hallaq, the real development of Islamic law began after the Prophet's death. Scholars, known as jurists or fuqaha, started to interpret the Quran and the growing body of hadith to address new challenges. They debated, discussed, and sometimes disagreed, but their work was independent from political rulers. Over the next 2 to 3 centuries, these scholars formed distinct schools of law, or madhabs, such as the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali. Each school developed its own methods for interpreting scripture and tradition, reflecting the diversity of Muslim societies. The bottom line, as Hallaq emphasizes, is that Islamic law was crafted by Muslims for Muslims, rooted in their own culture, beliefs, and lived experiences. It's a tradition shaped by centuries of scholarship, debate, and community life, not by outside forces.